I've seen the term before, but what exactly is lumen maintenance? In the past, with the light bulbs you've always used, we've all heard it before, the dreaded pop. Ugh. Alexa, turn the lights back on. Alexa? It used to be really simple to predict the life of a light bulb. But now we have these really snazzy light-emitting diodes. You see, LEDs don't burn out like traditional light bulbs. Instead, they gradually grow dimmer over time. So if LEDs don't burn out, then how do we know how long they're going to last? In order to predict the lifetime of an LED, we give it something called an L70 rating. The L70 rating is a prediction of how many hours an LED will operate before reaching 70% of its initial light output. The LEDs will continue to produce light, but time will have depreciated the lumen output. So let's think about the original amount of light emitted from a luminaire. Now consider the same luminaire after a certain amount of time has passed. If you compare the difference in the initial lumen output to the light output after a certain amount of time has passed, that difference is what we refer to as the lumen maintenance. Let's take a closer look. The initial lumen output reads as 1.00. Let's pretend 50,000 hours pass. I'm sure you've already crunched the numbers. But just in case, 50,000 hours is approximately 6 years. After 6 years, the lumen output is now 0.96. 6 years later, and an LED is still functioning at 96% of its original output. Conventional outdoor lighting prior to LED used metal halide sources. The published life of a metal halide is 25,000 hours at 65% of its light output. In comparison, an LED will still be producing 96% of its initial light after twice as long as a metal halide's life. Let's turn back time and go back, all the way back to 2008. A group of lighting experts established that the L70 baseline be 50,000 hours. Now in 2008, that was a heck of a target. After all, it was double the lifespan of a metal halide. But now, technology manufacturers build quality fixtures with L70 in excess of 200,000 hours. But L70 at 50,000 hours nowadays? Well, you might as well have a flip phone.
Hey you, wake up and smell the coffee.
It's 2017 now. You should demand better than L70 at 50,000 hours. Here's a quick quiz to see what you learned. Thank you for watching. We'll catch you next time with more dedicated lingo.